being 5:30. We'll get started. So, council meeting for the Devonport City Council being Monday, 23rd of March, 2026. Devonport City Council acknowledges and pays respect to the Calawa Pakana people as the traditional and original owners of Lutruwita and continuing custodians of this land on which we gather. We also acknowledge and pay our respect to the Tasmanian Aboriginal elders past and present. All persons in attendance are advised that it is council policy to record council meetings in accordance with council's digital recording policy. The digital recording of this meeting will be made available to the public on council's website for a minimum period of 6 months. The meeting will also be live streamed on council's YouTube channel. Good to see we have the full complement of our councillors tonight. Thank you everybody for attending. Therefore, no apologies. May I ask the councillors if there's any declarations of interest in the council meeting? No? Thank you. Moving right along. Item 3 is procedure. 3.1 is the confirmation of minutes. If I can have a mover, please.
So moved.
Thank you, Councillor Ennis. And a second, please.
Second.
Councillor Wilczynski. Thank you. Councillor Ennis.
Further to roll into minutes.
Thank you. Councillor Wilczynski.
Nothing further.
Any comments or questions from the councillors? If not, I'll ask Councillor Ennis to close.
Consider it closed.
Thank you. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against? Carried unanimously. 3.2 is public question time. 3.2.1 is responses to questions raised at prior meetings. There is none. 3.2.2 is questions on notice from the public. There is a recommendation there. If I can have a mover. Councillor Martin, thank you. And second was Councillor Viney, thank you. Councillor Martin.
Thank you, Mayor. I think the questions have been answered adequately. Mr. Bailey Monday Faulkner is asking about the current recreation centre. And council is undergoing discussions as to the future of that facility. And of course, the community will be consulted prior to any decisions being made. In regards to Mr. Bellicott, the parking meters at 4 ways, notice the staff provided that the most popular payment method is Easy Pay. In February, they equaled 84% of payments by users, though 14% of users still use coin or card. That's still a strong percentage of population not using electronic payment, and suggests to most likely be of a different demographic than those using the technology. Some may also have mobility issues, and perhaps this issue should be referred to the Access and Inclusion Committee for discussion on placement of the parking meters. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Viney.
Yes, a good summary from Councillor Martin and endorse Council's answers to the questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further comments or questions from the councillors? We've got Councillor Martin to close, please.
Consider it closed.
Thank you. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against? Carried unanimously. Thank you. 3.2.3 is questions without notice from the public. If anyone wants to come up, thank you. You just state your name and your address, and then we go from there.
Hello, my name is Gabriel Meredith, 1 James Street, Devonport, Tasmania. I just wanted to draw attention to the sea wall between the end of James Street and Malana Close on the western bank of the Mersey River. I've emailed the council several times with photos of its deterioration. I wanted to state its importance as part of Devonport's heritage, and it's an integral part of stopping the bank from subsiding, essentially. I haven't really had much of a response, except that there was money in the budget for some repairs. There was a small repair done 2 years ago. Since then, it's undermined further, and the work has been identified as having to be done during the drier months of the year. I just wondered if there was any progress or anyone knew anything about it, because I really only just get a receipt of my email these days. And I've showed photos of it.
Thank you, Mr. Meredith. Just if you remain there for a moment, the CEO might have something for you.
Through you there.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can provide. I'll look into that further and come back with a full written response. But there is an allocation that council's made in our capital works budget in this financial year. So there is a sum of money. Can't remember exactly how much, but there is a substantial amount there to do some works to the seawall. I'm not exactly sure just which part of the seawall, but we'll follow that up and come back.
We'll get back to you in writing. Thank you for your question. Cheers. Anybody else from the gallery would like to ask a question? We'll move on. Thank you very much. So we're up to, where am I? 3.3 is questions from councillors. 3.3.1 is questions on notice from councillors. There are none. 3.4, notice of motions. There are none. Item 4 is planning authority matters. There are none. Item 5 is reports. 5.1 being the financial assistance scheme round 2. Recommendations there and all the information. If I can have a mover, please. Councillor Hollister and a seconder. Councillor Moore, thank you. Councillor Hollister.
Yes, these financial support go through the committee, but the recommendation comes forward to council, and I believe they all fit the criteria that's required. I'm quite happy to support the recommendations.
Thank you. Councillor Moore.
Congratulations to those who had their grants approved. We were only talking to the owners of the 10-pin bowling last year who actually commented on how difficult it was for them to get grants because they don't always fall straight into the sporting and they don't fall into the entertainment. So congratulations to them and well done to the committee.
Lovely. Any other comments from the councillors? If not, Councillor Hollister to close, please.
Consider it closed.
Thank you. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against? Carried unanimously. Item 5.2 is 26-27 budget consultation. I have a mover for the recommendation, if I may, please. Councillor Martin and Councillor Sheehan. Councillor Martin.
Thank you, Mayor, and I'd just like to thank everybody who actually took the time and put in a submission. It's very important that council knows the views, the wants and the needs of the community, and for them to take the time and submit is congratulations to all of them. Just a couple that I picked out from L. Fortin about the youth committee program. Looking at young people, what we do for them in Devonport with the interests of the young people other than sport. And I'm certainly happy to meet with L. Houston to talk about them. I note also that in item 5.3 on the agenda tonight that we're replacing the current regional youth strategy with a more pointed Devonport youth strategy. So that'll be exciting to have a look at and be part of that. LQ, I think I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, KUHN, in regards to the TSO, which I believe will be here next February. So his wish is granted before we even started. So that's great. As Councillor Ennis for pen to paper, something about a big swift parrot. I've informed council that there's been work being done on identifying fauna and a floral emblem for Devonport, which involves the Don College Community Services Cert 2 class, which are looking to assist in that area and actually help facilitate a community survey and voting system, which will hopefully then identify a floral and a fauna emblem for Devonport, which then could be converted into perhaps something big. I note in where Councillor Anderson has identified the swift parrot, that Huon Valley also has the swift parrot as their fauna emblem. All great suggestions and certainly for consideration for council, especially around Devonport's environment, identity and maritime history. And again, thanks everybody for taking the time to submit. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Shane.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I love reading this report from the community every year. They put so much time and thought into their suggestions, and I find they're always really good quality and wonderful input for our budget planning process. In particular, I liked the suggestion regarding the additional multi-deck parking in King Street. I was in Hobart over the weekend, and a couple of the retailers were mentioning, I'm not sure if this is correct or not, but the reason H&M is closing the CBD is because CBD parking is just so expensive in Hobart. So everyone's going to Eastlands and some of the regional centres. And I think that's just a very interesting matter for Devonport Council to put its mind to. For our retail sector to be vibrant and sustainable, we've got to bolt on quality parking opportunities for customers and strongly support anything council decides to do around King Street. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I've shared my screen. Thank you. Any further comments or questions from the councillors? Councillor Wilczynski.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Yes, it is a good read, and it's lovely that the community do get an option to actually voice their needs or wants or concerns. Footpaths came up there several times, and it has in over the years. So I'm just wondering, when we're doing our developments, and I spoke about Durkins Road some time ago, and there's going to be a further housing development, but there's no footpaths down either side, and now you've got your development up in the Stony Rise complex. But we also have in our inner city areas, like there was a comment about North Street, western side of North Street. So do we have a identifying profile of our footpaths, or is there a regular way of finding out our extensions we need to do because of our population growth? Because we are spreading our housing, so we need, and we want them to be accessible by footpaths, cycling, civility, mobilities. So do we have such a thing in place?
Through you, Mayor, we do. There is a report to council some time ago. We will use it through the budget process again that identifies missing links and the other areas across the city where it would be good to have a footpath, and it does assess those against the criteria and ranks them different guiding priorities. So that'll become part of the budget process. And then it's up to how much to council as to how much money we put against that.
Other than that, I love the idea of, I think it was Lynn Jessup who wrote a rule and covering the mall or a section of the mall to make it usable, and having again Stony Rise using that, they are going to have a covered area. So we really need to look at that development, which we are as a council, but keep on focusing on what's good for the community in that area, particularly when we've got the other side coming up with possibilities as well. But yeah, no, it's a great read. Signage and wayfinding, the TSO, yes, we have that, but with the alternate year, we would like to have another large exhibition. So that's a plus. And we've got our marketing and with moon checks that we're doing. So that might give us more benefit with our signage. People finding ways. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Hollister.
Question is, the missing link funding that we have virtually every year, does that get an increase from year to year, or is it sort of been set at a certain amount and stay there? Like CPI increase or something?
It's through you, Mayor. From memory, it's been said at about 200,000 in recent years.
Still got a lot of missing links.
Certainly one that you can talk about through the budget process. Council would like to additional funds.
Further comments or questions from the councillors? I always look forward to this part of it, getting the community to have their say and allowing them to tell us what they need, their wants and their requirements in the area. And so I always look forward to it, and it's great to see such good feedback. The more people understand that that's actually what we need to do so we can do the right thing by them and make good decisions going forward into the budget process. So we do appreciate everybody that took the opportunity to do that, and we hope that we can do good things with the information that's been sent to us. Thank you very much for that, and I'll ask Councillor Munn to close.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Again, I'd like to express my thanks and gratitude for everybody who's took the time to submit to council. Feedback is essential for us to do our job and to represent the community. Consider it closed.
Thank you. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against? Carried unanimously. 5.3 is Community Services Annual Plan Actions Update. If I could have a member of the recommendation, Councillor Martin and Councillor Viney. Thank you, Councillor Martin.
Thank you, Mayor. Recommendation is quite clear. Just touch on a couple of things, if I may. The Live and Learn strategy was introduced for adoption to council to become a learning community back in the 2016. Was created by about 140 community people that came together to identify how Devonport may become a learning community and the benefits thereof. And it was narrowed down to create the Live and Learn strategy. This year, I'm certainly looking at getting the band back together to have a look at it and revise over the couple of coming months and resubmit to council an updated version. To extend the life of volunteering sustainability strategy until 2018. I haven't got a problem with that. I just want to make note for everybody to put on their calendars that National Volunteer Week is the 18th to the 24th of May with the theme Your Year to Volunteer, which is a great message to put out there. So volunteering is great for our community. It certainly is a backbone of communities. And wherever possible, if you've got some free time, anybody should be looking at hooking up with an organisation and help them out by volunteering. Point 3, as I mentioned before, we're looking at replacing the regional youth strategy with a more focused Devonport strategy on our own local young people. And I'd be interested in being part of that process and to be able to talk to the young people in our community for their input for it. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Viney.
Yes, thank you, Matt. Another excellent summary from Councillor Martin there. So really this report's just about reviewing and updating 3 of the strategies from as part of it that were identified in our annual plan for this year. Couple of things just add is, I guess it's more of a concern if there's going to be a trend, an ongoing trend in reduction in our volunteer numbers. So I think it's really important that we really focus on how to not only attract new volunteers to community groups, but also protect the ones that we have and keep people engaged, because I think anyone who's involved in a sporting group or a community club knows that without volunteers, those organisations would simply fall over. And I know we've been briefed, or I've heard of the thousands of dollars that it's worth to have these volunteers. I can't think of the figure off the top of my head, but I know it's an awful lot into our community. And with the Devonport Youth Strategy, obviously there'll be some ongoing consultation with the youth group that we have here, the DevYag, that are reviewed annually. And so we've always got, I guess, a turnover of new voices into that, I guess, arm of council. Thank you.
Thank you. Further comments from the councillors? Councillor Wilczynski? No, that's right. Yeah, it's certainly a great read and good for those updates. And I certainly look forward to working with Julia going into the future. They're a great team of our future amazing students and give up their time to come and play with us and give us their input, and it's really valued. So wonderful to see that going forward too. So therefore I'll ask Councillor Martin to close.
Thank you, Mayor. And just touching on volunteering, as I said, it is the backbone of our community and communities throughout Australia. People contribute 3.2 billion hours each year to the value of $566 billion. So for every dollar invested, there's a return of $5. So it's certainly a value that we support our volunteers and promote volunteerism. Consider it closed.
Thank you. Therefore, I ask all those in favour?
Aye.
And against? Carried unanimously. Thank you. 5.4 is the event strategy for 24 through to 2030. All the information is there. If I could have a move, please.
So moved.
Oh, Councillor Moore, I think I'll give that to you. And Councillor Shane, you're happy to second?
Yeah.
Thank you. Councillor Moore.
You're happy to receive and note the update 2 years into a 6-year strategy. It was good to see some of those things, 4 of them actually already complete, and lots ongoing. It's been exciting to see how many regional bodies and sporting bodies that we are starting to attract and to promote for our city to be a desirable place for events. Just had one question. One of the action points is develop an online venue guide to make it easier to plan for events. Are we talking about book or is that? Yep, that's what I called. Right. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you. Councillor Shane.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I enjoyed reading through the strategy. I just have a question. Look, it's a really good document. It's bordering on a little generic for my taste, being way too bookish for this subject. 1.4, where it says actively promote Devonport strengths and event support available to events industry, blah. Would council staff be looking back to us to sort of flesh that out as at how that would look in practice? Just a question. For you, Mayor, or someone.
I was distracted by my phone.
Yeah.
Apologies. Yes, please.
Through you, Mayor. Yes, we would. A lot of that promotion will come as part of our new branding exercise, and so we won't be sort of actively promoting outside of that until that's complete. But yeah, there'll be a consultation process.
Okay, I'll look forward to that. Thank you. Thank you. Further comments or questions from the councillors? No, look, I appreciate you putting this all together. It's certainly interesting for us going forward. I think we're becoming a council that's certainly people relish our events and what we do, and then we are very supportive of many events that are in this amazing area. A perfect example is the incredible car motor show that was on the weekend, and walking around, I can't tell you how many times we heard thanks to Devonport City Council, which was just lovely of them, but so much hard work by the wonderful Rotarians, and everybody smiles on their faces, and it didn't matter that it tried to rain, and just brilliant. So these events are just becoming so well known, and people are really turning up and supporting these things as well, and that's really heartfelt because a lot of work goes on behind the scenes, and we know that. So thank you for that. I certainly appreciate getting to read that and know that going forward it's going to be an exciting time for us. I will ask Councillor Moore to vote.
Consider it closed, Mayor.
Thank you. All those in favour?
Aye.
And against? Carried unanimously. Item 6 is information. 6.1 is the workshops and briefing sessions. If I could have a move, please.
Moved.
Councillor Shan, and a seconder, please. Councillor Dorczynski, thank you. Councillor Shan.
Thank you, Mayor. I just had a question regarding the long-term transport planning we covered in our workshop. I just wanted to confirm that one of the actions resulting from that session was that we are going to do a little bit more modelling on arterial roads based on population numbers.
3 with the intention we bring a report back to council just to close off on that workshop, so that'll be on the agenda next month.
Thank you very much. That's appreciated.
Thank you. Councillor Wilczynski.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I enjoyed the workshops, no matter what's on them, but this was great with our possible touring exhibition coming forward and having like TSO and another one, something big the next year. That's just building on our reputation as a place to be. Yeah, nothing more to add, but it was great.
Thank you. Further comments or questions from the councillors? If not, I will ask Councillor Shing to close.
Nothing further. Consider it closed.
Thank you. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against? Carried unanimously. Thank you. 6.2 is the Mayor's report. If I could have a move, please.
So with
Anybody? Councillor Hollister, I think, and who was the seconder there?
Yeah.
Are you happy for that, Councillor Ennis? Thank you. Councillor Hollister.
Still there to read. It's quite obvious that the Mayor and General Manager have been very busy with different meetings. Nothing further to add, really.
Thank you. Councillor Ennis.
Very busy and as usual, and doing a great job. Thank you.
Any further questions from the councillors? If not, Councillor Hollister to close.
Just a question on fracture equalisation schemes. Would you anything cover that at this stage?
No, we were meeting with the minister. They came down with Devonport MP, which was great. There was the mayor's, this is quite a close authority in as such that could come to that meeting. But it's just to understand or have our say, be able to explain the importance of it. At the end of the day, we're an island and we really rely on it heavily. So it was good to be heard from that federal point of view, which is great and really respectful, if you ask me, because it's nice to know that they understand how important it is to us.
Come up with a subsidy for extra weapon cost best rate for fuel at the moment, did they?
At the time, it probably wasn't as pivotal as it is at the moment. So it wasn't discussed at the time, no.
Nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you.
Consider it closed.
Thank you. All those in favour? Aye. And against? Carried unanimously. Thank you. Can't say the word now. 6.3 is the CEO's report. If I can have a mover, please.
so moved.
Councillor Wilczynski and seconder?
So second.
Councillor Moore. Thank you. Councillor Wilczynski.
Yeah, Mayor and CEO, just, it's all listed there. Good work. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Moore.
Thank you. I was interested in the meeting with Scott Wade from the PCYC. I'm not quite sure what their presence is in Devonport and anything to do with that.
Yes, through you, Mayor. Yes, Scott heads up the PCYC. They have got ambitions to expand their footprint to include Devonport. They're currently in Hobart, Launceston, and a small presence in Burnie. We've met with Scott a couple of times regarding potential or the potential for doing something out of the new stadium, utilising that facility further. I think it all comes down to funding and what they can secure and what they'll be able to offer. And so very much just in the early stages at this point. We've also mentioned to him about other facilities such as Devonport Rec Centre might be another option that they like to consider, depending on extent what they do, if anything, will be dependent on funding that they can secure. So working through at the moment.
Thank you. Any further questions? Yes, Landis.
Thank you. I'm looking through the long list there. I'm not sure if it had anything about the block to boat ramp run. I did see the CEO down there performing extremely strongly. So it was great to see, as well as a number of other councillors. It was fantastic. It was a great event, and not sure it had anything official to do with that other than create a council best time. Well done.
Thank you. That might be in his next report. The dates are different, so that's all good. That's lovely. Councillor Shane, you had a question?
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, just for point 3, the state growth, state economic growth. Could you walk us through the meeting with Mark Mockridge, please?
Yeah, through you, Mayor. Yeah, there's no specific topic, just caught up with Mike. He's now moved up into economic growth. We did talk about one under his banner, TASTAFE is one of the things that he covers, and we did talk about their plans to increase their footprint in the CBD in Devonport. So that was the main topic that they considering. Oh, sorry, housing was the other one. We have provided some information for Dark State growth around potential opportunities to fast track some rezoning or to introduce some, try and push along some of the medium density developments that are in the CBD that haven't got off the ground yet. So also keep opportunity in that. Just push those again.
Thank you. Any other further questions for Councillor Martin?
Thank you, Mayor. See where the CEO met with TASTAFE, Norman Baker. I presume that's into the sustainability of the presence in Devonport centre up there. I'd like to expand on that, please.
Yes, about TASTAFE's footprint in Devonport, more to the new CEOs and just recently started. So it's the first time that I had a chance to meet with him. Certainly their Valley Road facility, but also starting to talk about what opportunities might be to expand the footprint in CBD. So, like back of where dry stuff facility and Market Square would be.
Thank you. Any further questions from the councillors? If not, Councillor Bilczynski can close, please, and consider it closed. Thank you. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against? Carried unanimously. 6.4. Monthly operational report. Thank you.
I would like to move that. Thanks.
Thank you. And a seconder, please.
I seconded as well.
No. Councillor Ennis, thank you. Councillor One.
Thank you, man. I don't have any ownership on this report. If anyone just wants to move it, that's fine. Couple of things have jumped out at me off the page. If you want to have a look at figure 151, it's on page 42. This one looks a little bit unusual. It's the number of complaints received the last month in February. And the biggest one by a long way was a private property being unsightly or it's a bit hard to read because it's a little bit blurry or overgrown. 26 complaints. Is it the one property or is that spread around?
Yes, sorry.
Through you, Mayor. No, that's they're all different properties. Yeah, it's not unusual this time of the year that we get that number of complaints.
Just a lot of growth with the rain and sun.
Right.
Okay.
Fire hazards are the same. A lot of complaints around that this time of year.
Okay, thank you very much. Also mentioned is Clean Up Australia Day, which I know the Mayor was there and I saw Councillor Martin, and apologies if any other councillors were there. This was down where were we, Coles Beach. Were you there, Councillor Ennis, as well? You were? Yes. So organised as a part of Clean Up Australia Day and with the Friends of Don. A couple of things stood out to me that day. One was that there wasn't anywhere near the amount of litter that I was expecting. Really good group of volunteers. There was probably 30, I would say. Still found some remnants of the clay targets, Councillor Murphy, from the old gun club days, but hardly any bottles, which was really good to see, bottles and cans. And I'm not sure if the land care group are down there a lot, but it was reasonably tidy. I would have thought it was really, really hard to seek out rubbish. Had the boys going deep into the trees to get the bits of rubbish we could find. And I have one more question. This is to do with item 3.3.3, and I haven't written down the page, but it's about a new initiative which was first I've seen of it in this report about a sports box, and I'm just wondering if we get some more information about if it has been implemented, how it works for the community to know about it, if there's any cost, security, are we envisaging that we'll be losing footies and basketballs all over Devonport? Thank you.
Through you, Mayor. So we've ordered our first sports box. We're going to pilot it down there's an area at near Croft Park that's currently not utilised. To support that, we're going to be installing, so the box itself will be secure and it's QR code to access the ball inside. It's managed by an external company. We just pay a yearly subscription fee. In the box, we're going to have a footy, touch footy and soccer ball. We've also ordered a set of goals that will be a permanent installation that comprise all three of those. So there'll be an area there that can be used, the soccer, footy, rugby, with access to those balls. It'll be in a fairly prominent position on the footpath or next to the footpath. It's very secure. The company Sportsbox will take care of anything except for graffiti, but we've had a look at what that lining looks like. So we're really excited. We'll promote it through, we've spoken to all three codes of those sports to have residents or representatives from those clubs involved in some promotional activity, installing the box and the goals at the same time, so it looks like an activation.
Yeah.
Oh, and you don't pay, it's free. Yeah. You just scan your QR code. It does store your credit card details if you don't return the ball. There's no time limit, so the ball's yours for as long as you want it. I'm assuming at some point you recharge if it's not returned. Yeah. And that company then monitors that ongoing to make sure that things are pumped up. They'll have a community representative that we can recommend, like someone associated with a sports club that does sort of as a volunteer or for a fee, not as a volunteer, for a fee, that goes and monitors it and just keeps an eye on it. So, yeah, look, it's a small startup. It's in a few councils around Australia, and we're really excited to get it going.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent initiative. I think it's great for families. You don't really want a soccer ball rolling around in your boot when you're driving around the place. So I think hopefully it gets utilised. And if it's only a pilot one that works, then hopefully we can look at other locations. Maybe if there was a new stadium with some outdoor basketball courts or netball courts, basketballs, netballs. That'd be great. Thank you for filling me in. Cheers. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Councillor Ennis.
Thank you. Yes, I'm really pleased that Council has taken up the initiative of the sports box. Something I recommended to Council a while back. We're one of the very first councils, in the top few in Australia, who has taken this up. I think it'll be fantastic, a great opportunity for families and people to be able to just grab some sports equipment and get out and be active. And that's really what we want. It's a good start having that there. And as a trial, I can think of a number of other places that would be ideal. But, dip the toe in the water, see how it goes, and hopefully we can just provide a great service for our community. That's what we really want to do, is get people involved in doing things. So I think it's great. The rest of the report is fantastic as usual. There's a whole lot of detail in there, but I will leave it at that. Thank you.
Thank you. Further comments or questions from the councillor? Councillor Martin.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, I'll just touch on the sports box. It's a great initiative, getting kids running around the park with a ball, and certainly may promote them joining a club and taking it a little bit further. So it's great physical instead of sitting behind a computer or a Game Boy, whatever they had called these days. So it's great. I just wonder as well, while we're beating the physical side of the users, that we should look at perhaps something along the lines where we can mentally challenge users as well by a library box type of scheme as well. I know there's a couple around in other towns and cities where we're promoting exercise in the body. We should be also promoting using your brains as well. that sort of ties into the living learn strategy. So we think going up to mention that again. Thank you.
Thank you. Further comments from the councillors? If not, I will ask Councillor Viney to close.
Thank you, Mayor. There is an existing box filled with books that are free. Councillor Martin, it's only open Monday to Friday. It's called the library. Go and get as many books as you like for free there, but probably doesn't have the unlimited capabilities of a box that is on the wall somewhere. But consider it closed. Mayor, it's always a good report to look back on the month that we've had. Thank you.
Thank you. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against? Carried unanimously. Item 7 is moving into the closed session. If I could have a move, please.
So moved.
Second.
Councillor Martin and Councillor Viney. Thank you. Councillor Martin.
Nothing to add. Thank you.
Councillor Viney.
Yeah, nothing further, Mayor.
For the comments from the councillors. Councillor Martin to close therefore.
Consider it closed.
Thank you. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against? Carried unanimously. We'll move into our closed session as soon as possible. Thank you for those in the gallery. Thank you for the staff for the research. We won't be long. Thank you.